Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Now this is just going to be a quick Ark Ascended video showing you the top tips for character creation when starting a server or during the server for PvP specifically. So in PvP and in Ark specifically, your character size does matter. Now I've tested this out in single player and in multiplayer and it does matter, okay? So the height and width of your character does matter when getting shot, okay? So for example, right now I have a medium-sized character. It's about standard, it's got a short chest, but this is a bad character to have. Why? Because he's big, he's clunky, and he's easy to shoot at because he's such a big size, because it does matter. Right, so to make this even better, what you do is you get your scissors and you can make them in the smithy. Right click and you can change your character over here, okay? And you can change this in PvP as well, exactly like this. Head size, now you want this the smallest, upper size smallest, everything you want to set to the lowest. Now the size affects your hitbox, okay? So it's easier for a player to shoot you and hit you, so it makes sense that the smaller you are, the harder you are to hit. Okay, look. And all this muscle and fat, none of this affects any of your statistics of how much you hit or anything. It does not affect any of that. Okay, so as you can see, I've got a tiny head now. I'm going to make everything else tiny. Okay, absolutely everything else. Now, as I said, you want to do this on a PvP server if you don't want to get hit or shot at all the time. Now the bigger your character is, the easier it is to get shot, grappled, and everything to do with that. Your arms, there we go. Okay, so here's the difference though. There is one thing that people change in here, okay? So what I've seen people do is they make their hand size as big as possible. As you can see, look at this, hand size as big as possible and arms long as possible, okay, like that, right? It does not affect your reach. And now I've tested it, it does not affect your reach. The sword will still hit the same distance away as a short person with short arms. Doesn't matter if you got long arms or small arms, they'll always hit the same distance, okay? But the reason people have long arms and big hands is so that basically if they get shot, they're more likely to get shot in the hands, and the hands does the least amount of damage from your whole body. So if you have big hands and you've got really good flat gauntlet BP and stuff and you want that to get shot, that is good, because that means that instead of your chest getting shot, your hands will get shot instead. Okay, so let's make everything else small, absolutely tiny. Legs, foot size, doesn't affect running speed. Okay. On PvP servers, you'll see everyone running around as small as possible because of this fact. Okay, turn everything to the smallest. Boom, 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 arms here, yeah. So the only thing that's big is the hand size right now. So what I'm aiming for is if they shoot me, I want them to shoot my hands and nothing else. Just save that. Apply character and boom, it's applied. I'm short as anything now. Boom. Ah, here it is. This is what I forgot. The overall height. You want to put this down. Body composition, blah, blah, blah. Overall height, apply character, boom, there you go. Now I'm tiny. Alright, and it's a lot harder to hit. There's one thing I've tested with this. Does this allow you to get into small spaces, whereas if you had a big character, does it allow you to get into smaller spaces than the big character? The answer to that is no. They're exactly the same. With a big character, you can still only get into the spaces provided, and with a small character it's still the same as the big character. You can't get into any smaller areas because you're a smaller character. It doesn't work like that. They're all the same, but the hitbox does change. Like I said, if you get shot As a big person, you're more likely to get shot than a small character, which is really hard to see and to hit. Okay, here's also a preference that you might want to know about when creating your character. Now this you can't change in game. This is before you start. You can choose either male or female characters. Now a female character is significantly smaller than the male character, just overall. Even if you're the same size as me now, small, the male character will be bigger than this. It will be a bigger width and a slightly taller height if you go to the lowest settings on both. Okay, but the male does have an advantage of swinging faster. Now I've tested this and it does swing a lot faster than the female. Okay, but the female is more petite and smaller in overall size. Okay, so in PvP you'll see a lot of females, and people will specifically make a female character because they are smaller than the male characters. So there you have it. Your height and width of your character does affect your hitbox. So remember that when someone's trying to snipe you. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully these tips helped you out. If it did, please like, comment and subscribe. Peace out.